Hi, this is Lee. Yesterday, a student came to me and asked, do I suck at email writing and academic discussion writing? I only got 3 out of 6 in writing. She also told me that during the test, she finished 8 out of the 10 build a sentence questions. So at first, it sounds like writing is the problem. But when I looked at her email and academic discussion samples, I would say they were both around 3 out of 5. So I checked my raw to scale conversion table based on my mock test data. If she got a 3 overall, that's about a 13 raw score. Now, let's break it down. Email, 3 out of 5. Academic discussion, 3 out of 5. That leaves about 7 out of 10 for build a sentence. So she's losing 2 points in email, 2 points in academic discussion, and 3 points in build sentence. So what's actually happening? It's not just writing, right? Build a sentence is still dragging the score down. Now, here's the important part. If she improves 2 points, she can reach 4.5, which is her target. And where is the easiest place to gain those 2 points? According to my experience, it's not email, it's not academic discussion, it's build a sentence. And she's really shown that already. A few weeks ago, actually 1 week ago, in her previous mock test, the paid mock test that she purchased from the ETS website, she got 9 out of 10 wrong in build a sentence. Now she's much better. She has already improved, right? She gets 3 out of 10 wrong. So without really changing her writing level in just a week. So I told her, all right. So next, we're going to use a 4-step process to solve build a sentence questions quickly. Each step targets a specific problem. Step number 1, count unused tiles. Look at these 3 questions. You'll notice some have 1 extra tile, some use all tiles. The common problem is you try to use every tile and the sentence doesn't work. Then at the end, you realize, not everything is needed. So step 1 is simple. Just count the tiles and then count the empty slots and do that first. Okay? That way you don't force extra words into the sentence. Step number 2, list all possible first words. Again, look at these 3 questions. For question 1 and 2, there are no keywords. Everything is blank. So the common problem is you don't really know where to start. You pick one word and then you get stuck. For example, question 2, we are going to a family gathering this weekend. You might think, maybe the response starts with when. So you try, when are we going to meet? But then you don't have are, you don't have going to, so the sentence breaks, right? The issue is you committed too early to the word when. The strategy is this. List all possible question starters first. Don't decide yet. Okay, so for statement type responses, the sentence always starts with a subject. That's what a statement is. And in most cases, that subject is a pronoun. So first, find all the pronouns. I, he. Like in the first question, what did your brother ask about your bike? So the answer will most likely starts with I or he. So list both first, don't decide yet. For question type response, specifically, you're looking for 2 types of starters. Yes, no question words, do, did, is, are, can, will, WH words, what, when, why, where, how. Now apply this to question 2, possible starters. You actually have do and when. Can you eliminate one immediately? No. Keep both at this point. Okay. Now question 3. Possible starters are was, did, what. List all 3 first. Then test. Was they tell? Doesn't work. What they tell? Doesn't work. Right? Did they tell? That won't work. Right? Because tell is in the infinitive form. So here, only did works. So remember, don't decide too early. You want to see all your options. If you're taking the new TOEFL 2026 and want extra practice, timing, and scoring guides and updates as we collect more real results, there's a link below this video. Fill out the short form and I'll send them to you. Step number 3, you want to spot inquiry, what I call inquiry verbs in embedded clause. So look for inquiry verbs about asking or knowing, like know, tell, understand, be curious, and sometimes you see others like have no idea. Things about knowing, understanding. When you see them, expect that they will be followed by a WH or if embedded clause. So question number 1 from the tiles, he wanted to know if, so you get he wanted to know if. Question 2, there's no inquiry verb, so we skip that. Question 3, you see tell, that's in the prompt, what in the tiles. So did they tell you what? Okay, now some special notes about embedded clauses. Think of it as a question inside a sentence. It's often called indirect question in some grammar books. For example, you might have questions like, had I fixed the brakes? And we want to combine it with the inquiry phrase, he wanted to know. So it turns into, he wanted to know if I had fixed the brakes. The rule is, inside that embedded clause, it's the statement order. You should write if I had fixed, not if had I fixed, or any other word order. All right, so now step 4, you want to try all combinations. You need to test all combinations and don't stop at the first idea. Example number 1, that's the statement type response. We already have he wanted to know if I. After if I, you need a verb. So possible options are if I had, if I did, if I fixed. You test them. I fixed the brakes yet. Okay? The sentence makes sense. It's grammatically correct, but it leaves 2 extra tiles. All right. Only 1 tile should be unused. I did fix the brakes. That doesn't work. Did should be followed by infinitive form of fix. I had fixed the brakes yet. That works. That's past perfect. So most people try I fixed first and get stuck. You're not wrong. The idea is correct, but you just didn't thought that past perfect could be an option. So example number 2, that's the question type response. You need to list all combinations. Okay. Do we have? Do we meet? When do we have? When do we meet? You need to test them all. Do we have anything special? This one works, right? Do we meet everyone? Possible, but it doesn't complete the remaining sentence, right? Test all the combinations. Again, most of the time, it's not that you can't figure things out. It's that you decide on one combination too early. Example number 3. It starts with, did they tell you what? Then you have to complete the sentence like this. Their biggest takeaway was, not what was their biggest takeaway. Remember, always the statement order inside the embedded clause. Okay. So now it's your turn. We have 10 questions for you to practice under official timing. In the real test, you get about 5 minutes, 50 seconds to 7 minutes for all 10 questions altogether. That's roughly 33 to 42 seconds per question. So for this set, for simplicity, we'll use 42 seconds per question for you to practice.